Welcome to Guide to Survive. The world is a big, beautiful place full of incredible and breathtaking sights and experiences. It's also doing everything it can to kill you, and so that's where this program fits in. Before you venture into the great outdoors, you need to learn about all of the terrifying and mystical creatures that lurk in the woods, knock on your window, and hide in your toilet. With this guide, you'll learn how to identify a would-be assailant, analyze its strengths and weaknesses, and deal with it effectively. By the end of your training, you'll be ready to take on any creep or cryptid that crosses your path. So here's to you, and the great adventure that lies ahead. Let's begin.
Target analysis. Name: the Black-Eyed Children. Class: Parasapien. Possible demonic or extraterrestrial humanoids. Habitat: unknown. Lifespan: 16 years, at which point they decide you're too lame and strike out on their own. Then you only hear from them again if they have laundry or need a place to crash. Strengths: strong telepathic abilities, creepy eyes, seemingly able to appear and disappear at will, multilingual, and childish sass. Weaknesses: easily annoyed and distracted. Possible vulnerability to daylight. Lack of gratitude. Unable to access property without permission, and poor physical strength. They are children, for goodness sake. Overall threat level: 5. Behavior. One of the biggest advantages the Black-Eyed Children have is that they will decide on a location seemingly at random, which makes tracking their movements and predicting their next position to be nigh impossible. However, one pattern that has been noticed is that they prefer high-traffic areas, such as suburbs, petrol stations, etc. Areas which they can guarantee a target at most times of the day, while they lie in wait for a quiet moment to strike. As such, remote areas, such as lone properties and campsites, are rarely targeted. They wait for the cover of darkness, and a time when they know outside intervention will be delayed. They often appear in pairs, but this number is not too strict. Once they have chosen a mark, they will attempt to coerce their way into your home by making seemingly inoffensive requests, such as asking for a glass of water, the phone, the bathroom, or some of my pick and mix. Can you believe that? They have also been known to target people who are travelling, such as requesting entrance into a vehicle. Cyclists, be warned. If you are foolish enough to grant them access to your property, they will begin to telepathically debilitate you to suit whatever needs they wish. The purpose behind their actions is still unknown. A word of caution: it is very rare they leave their targets alive. Stratagem. So, here's the scenario. The Black-Eyed Children are at your house. They're knocking at your door and trying to get inside. Your plan of attack. Firstly, shut off the lights and act like no one is home. If this works, then the other steps are redundant. Secondly, if the lights plan hasn't worked, then that's too bad. However, hope is not lost. They are still outside the door, which gives you the advantage. Play loud music or knock back at them until they leave. Thirdly, if they somehow make it into your property, then distract them. This mental overstimulation will weaken their telepathic abilities. At which point, become as embarrassing as possible, such as using out-of-date slang or reciting slam poetry. After all, nothing makes children want to leave faster than cringy adults. Fourthly, if you are in a vehicle and they are outside, then there is only one means of escape. Lock your doors and drive away. Fifthly, you did it! No child will ever mess with you again. Pop quiz. Question number 1. Do the Black-Eyed Children always appear in pairs? Question number 2. Is it true that the Black-Eyed Children need permission to access others' property? Question number 3. Do the Black-Eyed Children make their home in populated areas? Question number 4. Do the Black-Eyed Children rely on mind over matter? Question number 5. Is an encounter with the Black-Eyed Children always fatal? Answers. Question number 1. Do the black-eyed children always appear in pairs? Answer: no. The number of black-eyed children can range from 1 and upwards. Question number 2. Is it true that the black-eyed children need permission to access others' property? Answer: yes. The black-eyed children always need permission before they can act. Question number 3. Do the black-eyed children make their home in populated areas? Answer: no. It is still unknown as to the preferred habitat of the black-eyed children. Question number 5. Do the black-eyed children rely on mind over matter? Answer: yes. The black-eyed children are physically weak but have strong telepathic abilities. Question number 5. Is an encounter with the black-eyed children always fatal? Answer: no. The black-eyed children have been known to leave their victims alive. If you scored 0 to 1, then you've perished. If you scored 2 to 3, then you might be alive, but parenthood is no longer an option. And if you scored 4 to 5, well done, you destroyed those unsettling tots. Conclusion. Excellent work. I'd say you're ready to get out there and face whatever challenges plot against you. And if you're not, then don't worry. You can re-watch these survival guides as much as you like, and they're non-refundable. I'm very proud of the progress you've made, and I know you're going to take the future in your stride. I've got a good feeling about you, Gerald. Good luck, and don't die!